All right, here we are, folks, again. Oh, wait a minute. I got to reset this. Hold on. All right. Should be able to hear me. There we go. Look like a mother honking. Uh, so, what's up, folks? So, first of all, contrary to your belief, I will not be opening that chat or enduring nothing to try to get donations. You understand? You folks need to donate. It's that simple. You have no excuse, right? Like I said, you want to play hardball with the master of hardball? That's perfectly fine because that's what I do. So I ain't opening that chat until you people start donating and you want to pay. And even then, I may not open it because it's supposed to be closed. That's not how this works. Y'all donate because that's your job. You're supposed to all go get a job and go work your 9 to 5 so you can donate to me. Okay? You know, this is the thing. You got a public that's disoriented and delusional, and they think this works a different way than it works. No, we're supposed to have an environment here where it's positive and people in the audience are donating and showing support. If we don't have that, because there's something wrong in society. Okay. To the guy I was talking to on Jimmy's panel, this is what I have to say about it, right? Because I was busy working out. And, you know, y'all be talking over each other, so it's hard to talk. Like I said, my statement stands on everything I said, man, because if you let me explain, which I don't have to, it all just makes perfect sense. Okay, none of these dudes are real. They're all false flagging, false flogging, false claiming. Like I said, I literally am the one who was in LA as a kid. I came up around the original Bloods and Crips when all that stuff originated. So if anyone could claim that, again, these are facts, it would be me. I was around all of that when I was a little kid. So I come from that. I'm the original people, not any of you. That's number one. Number two, you do not follow the original intent. So therefore, you are false flagging. You're not false flagging because of colors, brother. We don't care about that. See, you're not understanding. You all don't make the rules because you're weak. That's reality. So you just have to understand when I get on here and speak, I talk the same way, just like I do over there. But y'all got to let me talk. Like, you're not making sense when he's like, when you get to ranting, you sound like it's your way or the highway. It is my way or the highway, brother. I mean, if you haven't figured that out by now, I give up. That's what my people and my group is all about. It's our way or the highway, number one. And number two, especially when you're dealing with me, that's what this whole man thing is about. I mean, what do you mean? That's part of public speaking. If you don't have a career public speaking, then you wouldn't understand. I'm not here to be super nice or super understandable. I'm not here to be super relatable to everybody or kiss up or make friends. Now, like I said, I think the dude's all right. I don't have any issue with him. He seems cool. You know, I respect how you came, your questions, all that. Like I said in the chats, it's nothing personal. I explained everything, but I got to answer everything you're saying. A lot of things that you're saying are kind of delusional. You know, they're not. When you got a public like this that thinks they're entitled, okay, I got to set y'all straight and get this right for the last time. Y'all got to understand where I'm coming from, man. Y'all got to understand, okay, it's not how it works. I'm not here at your discretion. That's the thing. They're getting online. And, you know, like I said, all of them, when they get on the internet, they turn into Mike Tyson. Everybody online is Mike Tyson. Half these dudes have never had any issues, never been involved in nothing ever. And like I said, I've been doing this my entire life. Like, I'm the realest dude, especially when it comes to the internet, because I'm not an internet guy. I'm a street dude. I'm an actual gangster. So, I mean, when you say when I get to ranting, it sounds like it's my way or the highway. Well, yeah, I'm the mob. Is you crazy? So I'm just saying this is the thing is there's no problem with it, but we have to put things in perspective and let everybody know what it is all the time. That's why they have something called G checking, right? Where you have to check little homies all the time. See, the thing is, you have it backwards. You think that your culture created all these things, and they didn't. It was used to cause division within your communities. Okay? It was used and implemented against you just like social media is every day. What do you mean? You know, I mean, when I say that people are not, hold on, can't get a moment of peace. Ridiculous. And I need everybody to donate, man. Y'all need to come up off my money and start donating, bro. Like, I have to have it now. I'm pretty much out of money, like completely. I'm flat broke because uh, I have those fees that are going to be coming. So I got like $1 I got to transfer. That'll be 75 cents because Cash App will take out a quarter. And that's it. I ain't got nothing. I got to try to see what happens and pray for a miracle, literally. And I'm trying to make it till the 21st of this next month. And like I said, I tried to stock up and get what I can for the time being, but that's what I'm saying. These people, their plan is in front of everyone. You're watching someone, a human being, you're seeing what they're doing towards me, and you're seeing it happen in front of everyone. This is the same thing that your corrupt system does. So, I mean, you're the same thing. So, how you going to say you real anything? Oh, 100% y'all are not real Crips. Is you serious, little homie? If you was a real Crip, doggy, you wouldn't have time to be online all the time. You see my point? See, if they let you talk and quit talking over you, you can say how you feel. Like I said, no, it's never personal. I don't have an issue with anyone, but it's just reality. You know, it's like the other guy when he asked me today, can you do 10 pull ups front and back, right? Front grip and back grip, reverse grip. And I have no issue with that. I accept all workout challenges, but it should be common sense that I can do that. But either way, you know, we're talking so we can, you know, I can do it in front of y'all. So that's cool. Nothing wrong with that, right? Like I said, I like the dude. I got respect for him. I think he's all right. You know what I mean? I've already said how I feel about everything and everyone. I'm gonna always say how I feel, man. Doesn't mean I have an issue. That's the thing. The other guy thought, oh, if you have an opinion and you feel some way and you say the truth and how you feel, it means I don't. It doesn't mean I have an issue. It's just the truth. You know, I mean, let's get real. Crips are not on the internet, you know, 24 hours a day. You know, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you see, you're false flagging right there because you don't even know how it works. Like, nah, dude, you see me, how I'm always in the street and I ain't none of that. Come on, dog. I mean, right there, it just makes no sense. Nah, that's not how it works, man. You understand? Just like with us, our attitude is we work hard and we put work in. You understand? Everything I do as Batman is putting work in the street. It's pretty much the same concept, same thing, but I'm just Batman. I'm independent. And I do it all by myself. It's pretty much the same thing, just on a higher level. But you got to understand, all them gang members and stuff. Oh, I'm gonna definitely say how I feel about them. I could tell them whatever I want because I'm the one who's basically gotten them to the point of desperation. Just like he said in the movie, I'm the one who run the streets. I took everything over. See, that's the thing with the internet. People hide and everybody's entitled to their opinion and we got to all act fake and cute. But at the end of the day, y'all don't know what's going on. You don't know what all has happened. You don't know nothing. You know, y'all are on the internet pretending that you're doing these things. You're not doing nothing. Y'all are sitting there doing nothing and you talk every day on the internet. I don't do that. So we're not the same. You feel me? There's a lot that has happened and transpired. There's a lot. I've been winning. Hold on. All right. I don't know how this thing just stayed on for all of that, but hopefully we're. But But yeah, man, like I was saying, I mean, the way I feel, man, is the way I always feel. I don't know what this internet stuff is, and people acting like they're telling me anything. Like, no, you're not. Like, it's not reality. That's the thing. Everybody's kind of, you're about 400 chapters behind everything that's happened. I mean, Batman moves fast. I live quickly. I've gotten a lot done. So these people, they don't understand that I'm really real. Everything that I'm doing is real. There's nothing fake here. You know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, I'm not on here to brag. I'm not on here to claim anything I'm not or act like something I'm not. I'm not even concerned about any of that stuff. My concern is I want people to donate and show some support. My concern is that I'm here to help people, but he said some good things. I mean, he said he respected what I was saying and where I was coming from. He said, this was the guy online. He said, what else? He said that he knows I mean well. Well, that's good. If people know that I mean well, that's a good thing, but that's the kind of tricky part with me is there's a middle ground with me. And yeah, I mean well, but it's all up to people. I can be the nicest guy ever, or I can be one mean, what, and it's a thin line with me. So, that's the thing. People start thinking they know how I am, and you don't have a clue, So it just is what it is. The fact is that when you're on the internet, people think they know you. They don't know me. People don't know anything about me. If they knew me, they wouldn't even speak my name, and they'd be a little bit more cautious talking to me because they would understand who they're talking to. That's the reality. So, like I said, I mean, me, I do all this for real. This is my actual real life. So, it's just different. Uh, church, 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 church. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if people expect like a real upbeat vibe all the time. Sometimes, like I said, I've been going through a lot dealing with this steel armor, practicing all this martial arts and stuff. So forgive me if I'm not, in the same energy. Like I said, yeah, I'm making a lot of sacrifices to do this, man. Anything of value, it takes sacrifice, and people just don't understand. I'm putting it all on the line to do what I do. I've devoted my life to this, to the cause. It's 100% real, man. I don't care what I lose. I care and all that, but it's just out of your control at some point. And it's just like with this. Nobody's going to do this. It's just like God told me. He said, "You're the only one who would keep going." I mean, you think if people went out here and actually trained like me with this steel armor on, and like I said, it keeps catching me right where my like Adam's apple is in my neck. I mean, this is pure steel, bro. I mean, I move fast. So, I mean, people would give up and quit. They would. They would have quit a long time ago when I went through all the other crazy things I went through, but people can't do what I do. It's just that plain and simple. As far as workout challenges, yeah, you can tell me whatever, ask me to do whatever. That's fine, but don't ever think that I can't do anything. I mean, I'm pretty much capable of anything. I'm strong as hell. I mean, 10 pull-ups with front grip and reverse grip, that ain't nothing. That's easy money. I did that. I did that in 5 seconds. And that's all I'm saying. It's just people are out of place because they're not studying and looking at me and the channel. Like the other guy was talking about, I know this guy and he weighs 110 pounds and said he has a world record for pull-ups. It's impossible because I hold the world record for pull-ups. Y'all got to catch up. See, this is the thing. So much has been done so quickly on this channel. I made so much progress in the last several months, and that's why would you not donate to me, seeing how efficient I am and how much I'm getting done? I'm moving mountains, man. I hold the world record for pull-ups. I don't just hold it. I set the bar so high and the standard so high that like no one will ever catch up, ever. The world record for pull-ups was a guy in China. He was a little guy. He was 105. I mean, he did 105, 105 pull-ups, right? I did 200. It's on the channel. So, like, you have to understand, what do you think I do all this training for? To sit here and do nothing? No, I break world records in my sleep. Yeah, and I expect them to start paying me for it too and facilitate an environment and give me a contract to do all this stuff to show that I'm limitless. Because Batman is limitless. That's the whole point. The whole point of this is pushing farther than the human body is supposed to be able to go. Okay, when y'all be saying things, talking about, yeah, you know, this person did this with their adrenaline, this person did that. Yeah, but it's a lot of hearsay. I want to see it. You know, these videos don't exist. You understand? The fact is, I hold the world record for pull-ups at 200 pull-ups. It's right on the channel. I just did that recently. Proud as hell. Nobody will ever come close to me. Trust me. Okay? What it took me to get to this point, y'all could not survive. Let's just get real. You could not walk in my shoes, brother. None of you. So, of course, it's my way or the highway because I've conquered and escaped the Matrix. What are you talking about? I'm Neo in the Matrix. This isn't about YouTube, partner. This is about reality out here. So, like I said, that's why I always say I'm out here every day. I do my thing. I'm not asking people how they feel. I'm not trying to get into arguments. I'm not upset with anyone. I don't have any issues. I'm not at the public's mercy. I don't care how you feel, son. You know, when you can do what I do, come talk to me. Until then, save it. You know, save me your opinions. Real talk. And I think anybody in my position would say and do the same thing. See, they think we're the same. I'm not the same as any of you. Y'all are regular human beings. I'm an immortal vampire. What do we have in common? We don't have anything in common, dude. We don't. Like, we're not the same, bro. Like, what? I devote my life to this. Y'all think if you go to a gym and train a little bit, that it's equivalent. Like, dude, what? When we get on the internet, you think we're equal. We are not equal at all. Just understand that. That's all. We are not equal, brother. None of y'all are equal to me. And that's not cockiness. That's fact. That's why I proved it all. You understand? That's why I always do everything I do to make sure it's sealed in stone and people know what it is. You understand? Like I said, that's the problem is your society, because they're fake and they do fake things. They want to act like other people is fake. Just because some of y'all are fake don't mean everybody is. You understand? I never put on a Batman costume. I never came out here to look cute. Okay? I've been running these streets, taking everything over this entire time. I've been a boss. I've been about my business. I did a jail bid, right? For real, and moved through every pod and put myself in solitary confinement. Okay? I done been through the real things that are the hard parts, the real hard parts. I survived a truck. Okay? The things I went through, nobody could copy. It's on the channel, some of it. Boy, stop it. You know? So getting back to topic, right? My whole point is I hold the world record for 200 pull-ups right now. I created that. I set that. Nobody will ever break it. Trust me. Moving forward, I hold the world record for dumbbell curls at 90 pounds. Okay? Nobody ever broke that record. No, they used fake weights and they got some guy from another country for the website to pretend. That's right. Masons lie and cheat. But you did not break my record. My record is 90 pounds. Nobody has broken it. What? Y'all got fools on social media running their mouths. You can run your mouth all you want and make videos talking like it's cute and comedy. They got a big guy on one channel talking about on a different app saying, yeah, I curl 100 pounds. Well, where's it at? You ain't none of y'all curling 100 pounds, bro. I've been on this planet 35 years. I've never seen nobody curl 100 pounds. Is it not possible? No, I know it's possible. Oh, it's possible. Anything is. But it just ain't y'all. Y'all ain't built like that. Y'all ain't even doing 90 pounds. What are you talking about? So I hold that world record. Then I just broke the other world record the other day. I did 131 dips in 1 minute and 8 seconds. Okay? And my fourth world record ties into that because in under a minute, the world record was 119. And if you count, I know I did more than that in under a minute. So that's 4 solidified, 100% legit, right? World records. Guinness dictates nothing. You don't look for outside validation. You validate yourself. See, people on YouTube, you see how they immediately start trying to detract, like the chat was talking about, and downplay reality? Right. Who are you to do that? Who asked for your opinion? Like, bro, if you can't do what I do, stop it. The other fool talking about, well, once you got it, you got it. That makes no sense. You're trying to downplay something that's impossible, son. None of you can do what I do. Nobody. Any dude you're talking about, they cannot do what I do. The dude just sat there and said a bold-faced lie. He said he got a friend who's 110 pounds. So he's what, the weight of a girl? 110 pounds is light as hell. What are you talking about? He said he's got a world record. He's got the world record for pull-ups. That's impossible because I'm the holder of it. See, people on YouTube, they just run their mouth. They just talk to talk. None of it makes sense. And they be the same people acting like they're calling other people out and just tell them to be quiet and ignore them, and that's it. You know, talk is cheap, brother. You got to put your money where your mouth is, like I did. I invested all my money I made cooking into life and living and doing this, into this Batman thing. Like I said, $1,300 bat cycle, 18 gauge steel armor, bulletproof vest, cost a couple of racks, thousands of dollars. What are you talking about? I'm wearing 530 on my wrist right now. I got all the equity and assets, more than all your fake celebrities, and they don't own any of them, and I do. I own all my equity. So like I said, this is the thing. When you're dealing with a public, an ignorant public of sheep, they're not going to understand what I'm talking about. You could tell them all day. You could talk right in front of them like DMX said. They don't get it. They don't know what you're talking about. It's not meant for them to get, brother. When you're dealing with regular civilians, let them be regular civilians. They're not meant to understand me, especially people who are committed to misunderstanding me, and they're not going to try to understand me anyway. That's why we don't need a chat here, brother. You know why we don't need a chat? Because I don't know what the hell that was in my foot, but I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm going to keep walking. But you know, like I said, they're committed to misunderstanding. We don't need a chat because y'all want to have corny conversations. I'm a linguistic master. You understand? Now, I dropped the link over here for years, man. If anybody had something to say, y'all have had plenty of time to say it. You're being fake, man. And that's what all of you are. And that's what I said. Like, nah, ain't none of them dudes real Crips. You got to stop that. And you taking that the wrong way. That's just me saying the truth, right? Now, if you want to prove me wrong, well, that's on you. You feel me? I'm not going to encourage anyone to do that. But if you want to prove me wrong, it ain't got nothing to do with me. So that's what y'all fools do. You get online and then you worry about one individual and the fact you're offended. That's female behavior. You don't have nothing to prove to me, bro. If you don't like what I'm saying, like I said, how are you going to prove that you're real if you don't follow the original intent, if you'd listen? And the document, all that stuff was founded upon. See, what I'm saying is facts. That's why I'm good at this radio stuff, because I bring facts. I'm not talking from a place of emotion. I'm not trying to diss anybody. I got nothing but love for everybody. I'm saying the truth, and I'm always say it. I don't care who likes it, okay? And I ain't afraid of none of you. Trust me. So again, I'm just telling you the truth. If you don't operate off the original intent, then you're not a real whatever you claim to be. And none of you do. Y'all are worried about colors and rags. Nobody cares about that stuff, okay? And the whole point is I'm trying to educate you and tell you the truth, and if anything, to help you. Not because I'm against you or anything like that. I'm telling you the truth to help you, man. Because I'm going to tell you what, man. The fact is, I've been coming up against all those fools in the street and winning, and I always do. And the fact is, those folks are not ready for Batman anywhere. And when we get this to a higher level, who do you think I'm going to be coming up against? They're a part of it. It'll be a whole bunch of stuff. It'll be corruption. It'll be different individuals. It's always on an individual basis. I don't care who you are. It's about whether you know good or not and evil, whether you a villain and whether you're doing something wrong. Batman is the world's greatest detective. You understand? My job is to figure out what's going on and expose it, right? And my job is to make sure that things get done and these agencies actually do their job and enforce their laws and actually make arrests because they don't want to do anything half the time. That's the point. And yes, as a civilian, you have a right to do that. And I encourage everybody else to do the same as well. And I don't snitch. I don't rat. I can't stand them. You understand? Like, I keep it straight G'd up for real. I follow G code. I don't violate G code. I don't talk to snitches. I don't talk to cowards. I try my best not to. You feel me? So again, no, this is about who's who in this game. I think we're pretty solidified at this point. We've been doing this a minute. I've been Batman for over 2 years. Like I said, when I get up to all these other cities and I have the limitless budget God is going to give me and all the money, right? Christina's negotiating the settlement. Everything is coming together. I'm not here to tell folks on my business. I don't care what they believe. You can believe I'm a bum all you want. I could care less. You know, maybe that's what I want you to think. You ever think of that? So again, talking to a genius here, Woody. So again, you just got to understand, when this money come and God fund my budget, right? And hopefully God will get me through this time period because it's about to get impossible because I got to eat. And like I said, I have what I have. Once I'm out of that, I mean, I can't do much, you know, until I get my check. And I mean, my check ain't coming until July 21st through 26th. My birthday is on the 21st. So I don't know how it's going to happen, but I need people in the public. If you want to help me, if you want to see me eat and you like seeing Batman, you know, able to eat and function and you know, live my life and do what I want to do, you need to seriously donate. Okay. And this is what I've been asking this whole time. This is why I talk the way I talk on here, because nobody's doing nothing for me. And I just think it's wrong. That's all. I just think it's wrong because I know it's wrong, because I'm not a guy who's struggling. I'm a guy who I went out my way. I've been doing this for 2 years plus, man. I've kept it going this entire time off the strength of God, and I'm gonna continue to do that and do the best I can. You know, I can't do everything, man. My next check is already up over 160 bucks, about, almost. It's close. I think it's like 158 and some change, almost 160. So I'm making money, but they take about 2 months to pay. Okay, and that's it. I mean, I've been doing this the whole time, making checks, making a living. Now, I've done fine for myself, but it's just the way they do things, and they don't pay right. That's on them. You know, don't worry about that. I'm filing federal lawsuits for every little thing with a lot of companies, okay, and restaurants probably and everything. So you just have to understand, man. You know, I just, all that other stuff is pointless. When I go to a panel, I just want to chill, man. I'm not there for anything serious. I'm just chilling. You know, I want to educate people. That's why I tried to help Jimmy today with teaching him, you know, 52 blocks. So maybe he can go back and slow down the video and try to understand what I'm talking about a little bit. But if he had come down here to do the training, right, and the offer's still there, that's what I was going to do with him, is actually teach him, right? I don't have nothing against him or anybody. Never do. I don't hold on to stuff, man. I'm the type of dude, we could have a full-on argument in person. It doesn't mean like I'm a safe person to be around, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like that. You understand, bro? I'm wealthy. You know, I got a whole life going on, man. I got a beautiful life, bro. I don't get mad at people and, oh, I got to prove myself. See, that's that internet stuff, that fake stuff. I don't prove myself more than any human who ever walked this planet. I have nothing to prove. Literally, it's what I make a career doing. What? Like, Jimmy's cool. If Jimmy wants to come, the other guy can come too. All of them. If they want to come down here and do the training, he can bring him. The one that told me to do the pull-ups. You understand? He can come. If y'all want to do it like that. However, man. You know, but that's my thing. I'm not gonna play games and have people like testing me on, oh, what can I do, and making it cute, and oh, we want to spar, and like, nah. I'm here to train Jimmy. If Jimmy wants to do the training, I'm gonna do my job, and that's it. I don't want to spar. I don't got time for nonsense. I'm not going to gain anything from that. Everything I do has to be conducive. I'm a businessman and a ruthless one at that, and I'm a grown man. That's all. I'm just not gonna waste my time with sideshow act stuff, man. I never have, and that's why I always get somewhere and other people don't. But you see, what I'm doing is working, and now people trying to study my game plan and my formula. There's no formula for this. There's no there's no school for this. Like 50 Cent said. There I go quoting 50 again. Ugh. There's no school for this, man. You got to pick up the pieces as you go. He really said the truth when he said that. You gotta like that's the thing. People don't understand me because, well, you're not an entrepreneur. I take risks in life, man. I live better than all y'all and do better than all y'all. And like I said, yeah, like I'm gonna struggle right now. This is a period of stagnation meant to make me stronger. But to just sit here and have people not step up and donate, that makes no sense. I'm not asking for gratuity. Donations is not gratuity, brother. This is my job. The way that I survive is off donations. So the sooner y'all get that accepted and understand that fact, the better. And y'all don't donate because all y'all are poor and you don't have any money. That's the real reality of it. You don't have any bread. You don't have any money. You don't have anything going for yourselves. Most of you don't even work or have a job. A lot of you are living off a government check. I don't look down on anybody, man. I don't talk down on people. Like, to think that I'm going to do 8 million shows and be a people pleaser is just delusional. I mean, that's comical. No, I have to talk about the issues. I got to approach things from different angles. I mean every word I say. I don't know what this, oh, you said that. I'll say what I want. That's the guy I am. I say what I want. I've been doing this for my entire life. Ain't nobody ever done nothing about it and never will. I'm a grown man, dude, and I'm the tough guy. So all that other fake stuff with everybody, I'm not worried about it, bro. I ain't hearing it, man. I'm not here for that, bro. That's just like if somebody was offended at what I say. So what? I'm gonna get upset and jump out the box for what? I'm already good. I'm where you want to be. People know who I am and know I'm tough. I don't have anything to prove. That's the thing about the internet. That's why I don't play around on the internet like that, because it doesn't make any sense for me to. I just do things that make sense. You know. Now I made solid decisions. That's how I got this far. That's how I got all this and attained all this wealth. The people don't want to donate to me because they're mad because I did well in my life. Okay, it's a badge of honor. They don't want to donate because they're like, "Oh, you good? You already got enough," and that ain't how it works. I gotta be eating. I gotta have what I need, and like I said, I do right now. But it's just to the point that, I mean, I have banking fees, and I don't know what you want me to do. I have to pay this phone every month. I pay for a car lot every month over $100. I pay for a lot of stuff, bro. I handle everything. I'm an independent politician, literally. I do all this. I monetize. I make a career doing it. I mean, you're asking too much of one man, man. That's the thing I don't get with you people. You want to talk. It's like saying oh, I'm not on top of my game or on top of my business or my hustle. Like, boy, stop it. I've been Batman for 2 years, bro. Done in every agency. You worried about money. Money don't mean nothing. Use money as a tool to get done what you need to get done, bro. You ain't learned that from me by now, I give up. No, it ain't about holding money. That's not what it's about, especially right now. See, that's the thing. I'm an entrepreneur. I don't care about money. I just want enough to survive and get by. Like, what? I got Target in this set up for making too much money. Why would I need to explain anything to y'all? Like I said, this is my career. I offer you a service. It's a business. Pay me. That's how it works. Yeah, I need to donate. I educate the public. That's literally how it works. Donations is not gratuity. It might be on paper. I don't care about that. That doesn't even interest me. I care less. I care about none of that stuff. I care about what's right and what's wrong. And content creators, they do shows, they walk away with hundreds, thousands of dollars. Okay? And this Mason stuff and this fake stuff. Why can't I? I got the best content on here. I'm the biggest superstar there is. I need the public to show a wave of support, and that's what's going to put all these evil people in their place, right? The way that they deserve, once and for all. And we're going to keep on riding into the sunset winning. That's reality. I do too much, man. I put too much money into this business. You're expecting too much of one man. It's just that simple. And this is what I tell everybody. At some point, I get pushed to a point, and I tell everyone I'm human. You know, you're asking for too much, bro. All y'all. and I ain't doing it. I'm not doing nothing for nobody. Feel me? Like, no, I'm not a machine, and I'm not here for your comfort and to do for you. I'm here to do for me. Ah, water. Ah, ah. Oh, it's beautiful here. Absolutely beautiful out here outside. See, this is wealthy. Y'all will never understand. What? Do I run around showing you? No. I can show you right now, bro. Y'all would be like, wow, he lives like that. Bro, we building empires out here, bro. Y'all worried about cash. Cash is irrelevant. Like I said, that's the point. The other people are supposed to donate. People are supposed to show some support. What are you talking about? What? Everybody else gets support. See, they want to have different rules for me because they know nobody comes close to my success and what I own and what I've attained. That ain't how it works. So, like I said, I'm not doing nothing for y'all. I'm for sure not opening no chats, probably ever. I'm not making amends with anybody who's wronged me or done atrocities my way or anything you've done. Okay? I'm not forgetting nothing. Okay? Like I said, I forgive everybody. That doesn't make me a pushover or weak. Forgiveness is for me. Forgiveness is part of healing, even, they say. So I let go of everything, man. I move forward, but that doesn't mean that I forget. Okay? No, we're not doing that. So, like I said, these folks, right now, I have requests out on Cash App, right? I'm at the point if these same individuals that want to keep coming around my channel like it's free, there's a $25 ticket price every show. You want to come around my channel like it's free? You want to keep on getting online and playing games? That's fine. If the requests are rejected, I'm blocking your account, okay, permanently on Cash App. So, like I said, and there's not going to be any means of communication. So, I mean, it just is what it is. You know what I mean? Because it just doesn't make any sense for people to keep coming over here in a different energy knowing this isn't free. You're going to pay me. You don't have a choice. Yeah, I told you, this is my own media company. Quit talking about YouTube. I don't ask YouTube for nothing or permission. I do what I want to do. I'm a boss. This is my media company. So, see, I'm in charge of this, and you'll do what I tell you to do. And like I said, if anyone doesn't like it, you're more than welcome to come see me and talk to my face. I'm not a nice guy, believe me. Okay? So, I mean, it is what it is. I'm an actual living, breathing monster. I'm the Batman, right? Rare. And these other folks, they're just regular humans. And that's really the truth. So, like I said, if you don't know what's going on here and what I've survived, and you don't know the monster that God created literally, and how I'm your walking karma, like I'm the nightmare that was created for all of you because you're evil. If you can't figure out what's happening, I give up. But yeah, I can say what I want about any gang, any set, whoever, right? Because I'm the one literally taking them on in the street and winning. So when we really get active and we go up north, when I get that budget of millions of dollars God gives me and all the money, then I'm gonna really be able to say how I feel, right? Because I'm gonna be in the street actively coming up against all of them. So the truth is, and the point is, people want to get in my good graces. If I can get along with people, that's good. And, then that way, like I said, I'm coming up against your enemies. And that way I'm not coming up against you. Because, like I said, I'm not a guy who's on the internet. Batman is everything I do is in the streets. I'm going to be in Katy. I'm going to be in Houston. I'm going to be in California. I'm going to be in all these different sets, boroughs. I'm going to be all through Chicago. All that fake talk y'all been doing on the internet forever, Batman's going to prove that wrong in 2 seconds. I'm going to pull right up an old block on a bat pod, and all them fools is going to be running and scared of me. And actually, they probably going to be wanting autographs. So, yeah, reality is way different than the internet, Wody. Don't get it twisted. And we'll continue to remind you. So that's all. Let them run their mouth. And I'm not against them or upset at you, but I'm going to set you straight and say the truth and set the record straight every time. You lie, we say the truth. All right? Easy. And this is how I make my money. More money, getting pissed.